Have you ever wanted to be a survival expert like Liam Neeson in The Gray? Have you ever wanted to be a wise karate master like Master Splinter in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Would you like to be Sherlock Holmes? Then the Wise Hero is for you. The Wise Hero is the next archetype that I'm covering in the Everyday Hero system that is built around the wisdom stat. In their class, they have a proficiency bonus like they do, and they have a defense bonus from +2 to +4. And they have a special currency called Focus, which starts at 2 at level 1 and goes all the way up to 9 at level 10. They have D10 hit points. They have a defense of 10 plus wisdom or dexterity modifier plus Wise Hero defense bonus, which once again goes up from +2 to +4. At level 1, they have Focus and Concentration. Focus gives them focus points, like I mentioned before, that are displayed on the Wise Hero table. They can be spent to use the concentration talent as well as talents granted by the class. Concentration at level 1. When you fail a wisdom ability check, you can spend 1 focus to reroll that check, and this can only be used 1 roll per check. At level 2, they have 1 step ahead and feats. In 1 step ahead, you can choose not to fall prone when you take the dive for cover reaction. And then the class alternates between feats and talents going from level 2 to level 10. The hunter has strength and wisdom saving throws. Choose 3 from acrobatics, arts and crafts, athletics, endurance, insight, medicine, perception, stealth, and survival for skills. They have basic and advanced equipment, and they have hunting expertise. They can choose 1 from endurance, perception, stealth, and survival to have expertise in. At level 1, they get a hunting companion, hunter's mark, and animal husbandry. Hunting companion is exactly like you think. They get an animal companion. Hunter's Mark lets them, as a bonus action, spend 1 focus to mark an opponent. And there's some rules that are associated with that. It gives them special advantages, like the hunter and the animal companion will have advantage on wisdom perception checks against that target and some other checks as well. And then finally, they can take a bonus action to make a single attack against a marked target, or to command the hunting companion to make a single attack against a marked target. Their bonus attack for the hunter cannot add the ability score modifier, but the companion can add the damage modifier as usual. They also have animal husbandry. As an action, they can command the animal companion to use the second wind action. And then at level 3, they get companion training and mark as prey. Companion training lets the companion add the proficiency bonus to its defense, ability check, saving throws, and damage rolls. And then marked as prey, you can spend 1 focus to reroll a damage roll against a marked target made by you or your hunting companion. At level 5, they get advanced combat training, which gives 2 attacks as the attack action. At level 7, they have learn their moves and no escape. Learn their moves is, after an opponent hits you or your companion with an attack, your companion gains a +4 bonus to defense against any further attack against that same opponent until the start of your next turn. And no escape is, you can spend 1 focus to reroll a missed attack roll against a marked target made by you or your hunting companion. And then level 9, they get marked for death, which is you and your hunting companion deal an additional 1d8 damage on all successful attacks against marked targets. You see, one thing about this class is that it's different from the D&D Rangers, that you're not getting additional damage until 9th level, but you're getting things like you're getting rerolls, you get to take a bonus action to take an extra attack, and all that kind of stuff. So they make up for it with some other abilities. And then the book has some example companions, and I'm sure that you can add more with the GM discretion. The master, through long training and meditation, has achieved something rare, karmic harmony. They have wisdom and charisma saving throws. They choose 3 from acrobatics, arts and crafts, deception, endurance, insight, medicine, perception, performance, sleight of hand, and survival skills. They have basic and improvised equipment. At level 1, they get Mystic Arts and Ki, unsurprisingly, right? It's a master of martial arts. Mystic Arts lets them use wisdom instead of their other modifiers when attacking with melee weapons. They can use their wisdom modifier instead of other modifiers when making special attacks when trying to escape a grapple. You can add the ability modifier to damage of melee offhand attacks. And then as long as you're not wearing armor, your defense improves by 1. And then you have damage reduction 15 against damage from falling. Ki at level 1, you can spend 1 focus to use any of the following abilities. They can make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. They can use the dash, disengage, or dodge action as a bonus action. And then when you fail a strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics check, you can reroll that check. This can only be done once per ability check. At level 3, you get Dance in the Storm, is when an opponent misses and you're within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to cause a missed attack to hit a second opponent. Then Flow Like the River. Whenever you hit an opponent with one of the attacks granted by your key talent, or an opponent is hit by an attack redirected, you can make a special attack against the target as a free action. At level 5, you get Advanced Combat Training and Key Strike. Advanced Combat Training is, you can get 2 attacks using the attack action. And Key Strike lets them do a special thing. You can spend a focus when they hit a target. That target has to make a con save or be stunned. At level 7, they get Balance Within and Evasion. Balance Within, you cannot be frightened, sickened, and you cannot gain levels of intoxication, and you are immune to poison damage. And Evasion is when you make a dex saving throw to take half damage from an effect, you take no damage, and take half damage on a failed one. And then level 9, they have Deep Focus and Like the Willow. Deep Focus is when you roll initiative. If you have fewer than 4 focus points remaining, your remaining focus becomes 4. And like the Willow, you become proficient in all saving throws. When you fail a saving throw, you can spend 1 focus to reroll that save, and you must use the new result. Pretty cool. The Sleuth has saving throws in Intelligence and Wisdom. Choose 3 from Arts and Crafts, Computers, Deception, Insight, Investigation, Perception, Security, Stealth, Streetwise, and Vehicles. Has basic equipment and investigative expertise. They choose 1 from Insight, Investigation, or Perception. At level 1, they have Deduction, Sixth Sense, and Weak Spot. Deduction lets them reroll a failed intelligence check. Sixth Sense lets them use Wisdom instead of Dexterity for any attack or damage made with a weapon that does not have the heavy property. You can use Wisdom instead of Dex for initiative, and you can use the search action as a bonus action. Weak Spot gives you extra damage when you spend 1 focus. You spend 1 focus to gain advantage on your next attack roll, and if you hit, you do an additional 1d6 damage, and that damage goes up as you level up. At level 3, you get Alert and Investigative Expertise. Alert means you cannot be surprised, and Investigative Expertise lets you choose 1 from Insight, Investigation, or Perception to be an expert in, so that's adding a second skill with Expertise. At level 5, you get Roll With It, and when you take damage from an attack, you can use your reaction to have that damage attack against you. At level 7, you get Evasion, which I mentioned from the Master class before. And at level 9, you get Elementary. Elementary means you always treat a roll of 9 or lower as a 10 on any ability check you make that uses Perception, Insight, or Investigation, even if you are not proficient in those skills. Once again, I want to mention with Weak Spot, the damage goes up. So it gets 2d6 at level 3, 3d6 at level 5, and then all the way up to level 9 when you get 5d6 bonus damage. So those are the Wise Hero classes. Pretty neat classes, I would say. I know for me that I would totally play a Master. And by the way, I may have mentioned this in a previous video, but you know how many ways you can play a melee combatant in this game, like an unarmed combatant? You can totally do a martial arts movie. Let me just list these out, folks. Strong hero, you can be a brawler or MMA fighter. Agile hero, you can be a martial artist. You can even argue for scoundrel, but definitely martial artist. Tough heroes, you can be a scrapper. Wise hero, you can be a master. And then Charming Hero, which we'll be getting to in the next Everyday Heroes video, you can be a duelist. And so there's a lot here, and I think it's really cool. Somebody needs to, like a martial arts movie supplement or something like that. Or, do like the Everyday Hero version of Feng Shui or something like that. But of these 3 Wise Hero classes, I definitely would play the Master. I really like the way that it implements martial arts, and it seems to be, right up my alley with the type of personality that I have. So folks, tell me, which of these classes would you play if you were playing a Wise Hero? Would you be the Survivalist Hunter? Would you be the wise, focused, and determined Master, or would you be the Sherlock Holmes-like sleuth? Leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you later.